Equestrian, I am Ashwini Vedakan. Joining us on this week's episode is none other than Matilda Carlson, Sri Lanka's first equestrian for the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. And without further ado, here's a little bit about her journey in Japan. Welcome to the show, Matilda. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Alright, Matilda, well, before we start our burning questions, we have a little game planned for you. Are you ready?
Okay, perfect.
Here's Living's Got to Know.
Holiday, Pretty Woman, and I don't know, Harry Potter. Bradley Cooper, Matt Boomer, Henry Comet. I like Queens, ABBA, of course, and The Weeknd. Oh my gosh, you don't want to know that. I can't answer that. It's bad, but I don't get mad very often, so I guess it's yeah. No, I can't say that. Bloody hell. What the yeah. I say that quite often, actually, a couple of times a day. Actually, I don't really had any nicknames. But it's funny thing is, obviously I don't speak the language, but a lot of people have texted me and they call me Aki or Aka. And I didn't know what it was, but I asked the friends that I have in Sri Lanka, what does it mean? And they said it's like an older sister. My friends here, I said, they all text and they call me Aki. And now everyone is calling me Aki in Germany as well. They don't know what it means, but now I'm like, hey, Aki. Food, good horses, and my dog. I like sweets, salty, sorry, I don't like sweets, I like salty, so like French fries, chips, and nuggets. A cactus, spiders, or other insects. What I got to try out in Japan, well, riding in an Olympic stadium, I've never done that before. I got to try out like Japanese steaks, which I think it was a Kobe steak, but it was like from a Japanese cow, so that was cool. It was very delicious. And I don't know, I got to try out the Japanese culture a little bit because I met so many really, really unbelievable friendly people, which was great and very helpful as well. It was amazing. I mean, for me, of course, it was a dream coming true just to be able to qualify for the Olympics. And it was obviously, it was my first Olympics. So I had no expectations and I didn't have much to compare with, but it was absolutely amazing. I mean, now I know why Olympics is so special, because I think I know that there's no other event in the world that is like the Olympics. It's just incredible. Not just because it's you need to be on top of your game, and it's the limit of what you can achieve, but also, these amazing people that I got to meet, and just to have this experience with top athletes around the whole world, and that I experienced so many amazing things that I will remember for the rest of my life and cherish. I mean, he was feeling great. He was, I could not have had a better feeling with him, because obviously he's quite a relaxed horse, so he travels very well. And he arrived being very fresh and super motivated, and he was feeling great, even in the 2 warm-up classes that we had, which was not official, but he was jumping amazing. He was feeling really good. He was very positive, very happy, fit and sound. So yeah, no, he was feeling great. Well, very different. Before I was extremely motivated because I had a very, very good feeling with my horse. I walked the course and I knew it was a challenge, but it was a very, very well put together course that actually suited me and my horse really well, because he's a horse that can jump clear and very big fences, but he's not the fastest horse. So it was a very good track because it was very big, very, very big, and technical, but it wasn't that you had to speed up. You didn't need to be too fast, which would have been very good for me. And I was like, I was so excited to ride into that arena and just, and I mean, in the end of the day, I'm still very, very proud of my horse, because we didn't, obviously I was very disappointed with the results and that I couldn't finish the course, and my horse got a little green. He got, I think afterwards I would have done a lot of things differently. He would have needed more big rounds in his body before going to Tokyo. But it's also a learning curve. Now for the next time I will know that I need more experience with my horse, because he just got a little lost, and the bond between us is very strong. I can feel if I can push him or not. And I mean, I would never sacrifice his health or his confidence just because I want it so badly. We need to want it, both of us, and he got scared, and that's fine. I need to accept that. And honestly, even if I would have tried to push him, I'm 42 kilos and he's almost 800. So I mean, if he doesn't want to do something, he won't do it. He would have maybe tried, but I saw a lot of not too nice rounds after me and before me as well. And I would never wish for Chopin to land inside a big fence like that, or get scared or crash or hurt himself or hurt myself. So I think it wasn't our day. I went in with a very, very good feeling. I was very disappointed coming out. But now with a little bit more perspective, I'm actually, I'm very proud of him anyway. And I know that for Paris, we have 3 more years to prepare to get more experience. And it's very exciting. Yeah, I mean, we just came home last week. Chopin came home last week, and he's not gonna do shows now for a couple of weeks, because obviously he deserves a little bit of rest. Me, on the other side, I need to keep going because I have other horses as well at home. So I go to Holland for a 5-star show this week. I'm leaving right after this conversation, and yeah. It's just busy. And then, I mean, we are now sitting down with sponsors and investors and people that is interested in supporting me to go to Asian Games next year. And it's also the World Championships next year. And 2023 will be the qualification year again for the Olympics. So it's kind of on it. Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, I didn't switch to Sri Lanka because I wanted to take part only for the Olympics. I mean, it's who I am, and I am very, very proud of representing Sri Lanka. And I would never in a million years did I even consider going back to Sweden. I mean, going back to Sweden, yes, but not as a rider. Like I wouldn't. I will stay with the Sri Lankan flag for the rest of my life. I mean, that's just, it was a big decision to make, but it was definitely the right one. And I mean, yeah, for sure. I never even thought about it, about not wearing and carrying the Sri Lankan flag. Yeah. Yeah, Chopin will have to do the World Championship, as that is a much bigger, like it's not a bigger event, but obviously it's the World Championships, and it's going to be very, very big classes. And it's going to be Denmark next year. So he needs to do that. And because also it's a qualification for the Olympics, so it's very important that he needs to stay focused and qualify for the World Championships. That's why it's so important for me now to try to find sponsors and investors and positive experienced people to help me maybe gain a second horse, because Chopin cannot do both, and Asian Games obviously is a really big thing, and I would love to take part. And it's not going to be on the height that, or the difficulties like the World Championships will be, or it will not even be close to what Olympics will be. So it will be possible if I could find a horse in the beginning of the year to actually take a different horse to Asian Games. Well, I didn't get to relax very much, actually, to be honest. Like it was very busy for me to come home. I mean, it's a nice feeling to come back home. It was amazing time, and I enjoyed it so much being in Tokyo, and it was so amazing again. So it's different. It's more quiet, like coming home, but it's a lot of things that I need to catch up with and get going, and also to I don't want to waste any time. Next year is coming up really quickly, and we need to get organized to find a second horse that can do the Asian Games, and then also to keep going with Chopin. I mean, the World Championship will be a big task as well. He will be ready and all, but I mean, obviously I learned a lot from the mistakes done at the Olympics. So I will have him, he have to jump a couple of big shows, and to get into these big shows is also a challenge. You need to have good results to even get up to that level. So that's what we're gonna do now. Oh, I think I missed out on a lot of things. I can't wait to come back, and we are planning to do a press tour in December, in beginning of December. So I will come to Sri Lanka, because I got, of course, a lot of requests, and it's just heartwarming, the response that I have got from all the Sri Lankan nation. It's incredible. I mean, I got so many text messages and on social media, so much nice response, and I feel very proud, and I feel like being here in Germany or in Sweden, it's just so far. Like I would like to give the chance to come back to Sri Lanka and to meet all these amazing people. And so we're trying to organize that, but it's just a little bit about the COVID situation, if it would be manageable at that time. The way it looks now, it looks quite good, but obviously we learned that things can change really quickly. Oh, the food. The food. I love the Sri Lankan food that I have tried, have been amazing, and I love spicy food and curries and the hoopers and all this stuff. So oh my God, I'm gonna have a food orgy coming back. I love it, and that's for sure what I'm gonna do. And I would love to meet the people at the riding school again. I went to visit there two years ago. And it was so nice to see all the riders and yeah, just that would be really nice to see the horses and the riders again. And then some cultural things as well. I mean, I would like to go to see the temples and just because everyone says it's amazing and it's so beautiful, and I would love to see it.
All right, but it has been an absolute pleasure having you on this week's show, and we hope you had as much fun as we did. Thank you for joining us today, Matilda.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
And that's all we have for you this week. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram to catch the latest episode of Living Gets Real. Thank you for watching and stay safe.